Alright, guys, alright. While we wait for Face Rig the video, there we go. While we wait for that to load up, I want to get these videos done quickly because I'm tired and I want to go back to bed. But alright, so yeah, we're going to go through and we're going to talk about Parkland situation. Almost said it. Police sergeant fired after hiding during Parkland's situation gets job back. So, before we jump into that, what was this all about? So, Brown Sheriff Sergeant Brian Miller fired for inaction during the Parkland shooting to get job back. So, a Brian Sheriff's deputy who was fired from his inaction on the day of the Majority Stone Douglas High School shooting is getting his job back. The union representing him said in an arbitrary decision to reinstate Sergeant Brian with full back pay. The MSD Safety Commission found Miller, the first supervisor on the scene, arrived at the school as the shooting was still going on, but he took up a position on the road near the north end of the campus and did not move for 10 minutes. The commission also found that he never moved even when deputies were going into the building. According to the union, the arbitrary rule of the sheriff office violated Miller's constitutional due processing rights and improperly terminated him. So, a sheriff deputy who was fired from hiding behind his car during the Parkland school situation will be reinstated. The deputy fired from his inaction at the Parkland school shooting in 2018 has been reinstated and received full back pay and seniority, the police union said on Wednesday. The arbiter found that the Broward County Sheriff Officer violated Sergeant Miller's due process rights by firing him 2 days after a 180-day window. This to me seems like an excuse. Seems like he got fired, right? And their way of saving face, or the way of getting him back his job, was to claim technicality. This guy literally stood behind his car while a mass shooting was going on. And what is his reaction? Was to stand there. He didn't bother interfering. He didn't bother protecting or serving or anything like that. He stood behind his car like a little cucked coward. And that's what he is. And now, because of a technicality, this POS is going to get his job back, where he can fail to protect more people yet again. Great, terrific. I feel so much safer living if I was living in this area, noting that this POS is still available to have a job in the police force. You know, if I have a house robbery or something going on, I really do hope it's this hero right here that is going to come and save me. Because, you know, otherwise I might be afraid they might stay behind their car while I'm getting shot. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. And to be honest, it's just damn right embarrassing. This guy literally stood behind his car. Okay, fine. Maybe you don't want to run into an active situation. Fine, I get that. Then don't be a police officer. That is your job. Okay? If you can't handle the job, don't become one. Because that's what your job entails. Your job entails you to put your life on the line to save other people. And you didn't do that. You stood behind a car while everybody else was getting shot. And you stood there for 10 minutes while the shooting was going on. And what did you do? You stood there. Even after other people went in. Other police officers and that went in. What did you do? You stood there. It is absolutely embarrassing for the police force. And I only hope they stick this guy on desk duty for the rest of his life. Because I don't feel secure or safe if I was living in this area. If I was in this area, in Parkland, and this guy was a police officer, and they're like, hey, we can send Brian Miller, or we can send someone else. I'll be like, send someone else. But you're going to have to wait 4 hours. I don't care. Send someone else. I don't want Brian Miller to come to me. Because he is going to be useless. He will stand behind his car and pee himself, figuratively, while shooting is going on. I don't want him to be here to protect and serve me. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I'm not. But it's like he got his job back just simply on a technicality. And that is embarrassing. It really, really is. 17 people were, in Parkland, by an attacker who acquired his gun via background check. Miller is, on the other hand, lost his job after it found him hiding behind his car as the first shots rang out, according to the Herald, but challenged his termination with union backing and secured an arbitration ruling. Like I say, it's just... They apparently didn't fire him with enough due process. Peters' inaction centered on him standing outside the building to which the attacker was occurring instead of going in to confront the you-know-what. Absolutely embarrassment of a human being. This guy needs to learn to cuck. He needs to learn to tuck his you-know-what between his legs and walk like a chicken, because that's what he is. I'm sorry. I don't. People are going to think I'm harsh on this guy, and you're right, I am. Because his job is to protect and serve, and he failed to do that. He failed at his job. Fine. You don't want to be a police officer? Fine. You don't want to protect and serve? Fine. Don't be a police officer. That is your central job idea. Police officer. But I don't know. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. There'll be 3 videos today. Let me know what your thoughts are. But like I say, at the end of the day, I think this is absolutely embarrassing. Hopefully they stick him on a desk job. Hopefully he never sees action ever again. Because at the end of the day, he's not going to bother doing anything. He's just a coward. He really, really is. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I am so done with this story. I'm so done with this guy. He is nothing more than a pansy-waist little P-U-S-S-Y. I'm sorry. No. He's the biggest frigging loser. Have a great night. I'll see you in the next video.